Why? Why would you want to ride the Long Creek Dixon Branch Greenway system? Well, join us as we discover a smooth answer to that bumpy question. Let's discuss the logistics of this 10-mile out and back wonderful trail. First, it's located in northwest Charlotte, North Carolina. Second, if you're transporting your bikes to ride them, you need to know that as of spring 2026, the Long Creek Greenway doesn't have a trailhead with parking yet, but they're working on it. As you can see here, off Oakdale Road, they're beginning the process. That means you'll need to access the Long Creek Greenway via the Dixon Branch Greenway trailhead. Fortunately, Target at 9841 North Lake Center Parkway has opened their doors for enthusiastic cyclists. You can park on the left side of Target, right here. If you need water or a snack or to use the facilities, just run inside. When you jump on your bikes and leave the parking lot, there's a sidewalk on your right. That takes you straight over to the Dixon Branch Greenway entrance. The next logistic we're going to discuss about this trail is the layout of the entire trail so that you can get your bearings. As you can see here, we left from Target.
Whee! Oh, this is fun!
To connect to the Long Creek Greenway, you'll ride the Dixon Branch about a half a mile till you come to this T in the road. This is where the Dixon Branch ends and the Long Creek Greenway begins. If you turn left here, you'll go under Reams Road eventually, and that ends at a really great switchback, which I'll show you coming up. But if you choose to turn right, you will go on the longer route of the trail. Whew, so that takes care of all the logistics. Now let's get into the fun stuff. Well, one thing you need to know is that there are no crossroads anywhere on this entire trail. Also, you need to know that the surface on this entire trail was so smooth it was like silk. Even the segways that go over bridges were smooth. And it's well marked. The signage is fabulous. Everywhere, all along the trail, there's great signage. So there you go. If you want to know why you should ride this trail, there's some pretty good reasons right there. And that's beside the fact that it meets our 3 Ps. Because there's a place to park, there's a place to potty, and it is paved. I mean, this thing is incredibly paved. I don't think I've ever ridden a trail where I didn't have a bunch of hiccups and you know, some kind of root damage or wear and tear. I don't know if this trail is brand new or what, but whatever, it is in great shape. There really aren't any big bells and whistles along this greenway. The biggest attraction is, like I said, it's that smooth pavement where you can ride uninterrupted for 10 long miles. That way you can get out into nature, get some of that great exercise where you can load up on some dopamine. Woohoo! As we ride along here, I got to tell you what happened to us in the parking lot when we first got to Target. Dale was taking the bikes off, and I was walking into Target to check it out, and I ran into this couple that were getting ready to ride. Well, the man turned around and looked at me, and he said, "Are you Offbeat Discoveries?" And here they are. Go ahead.
This is Brian Tibbins and Mitzi, and we're just a huge fan of yours.
I cannot believe this. What's your channel?
The Old and the Reckless.
And you're going today for a ride?
Yes, I am on Long Creek Greenway.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, if we see you out there, we'll compare notes because there's nothing out there on this trail. We got to inform the people, right?
That's right.
All right, y'all. I'm so glad we ran into each other. This is great. Well, I most certainly stickered them up big time. I also gave them an Act of Kindness gift bag from the Act of Kindness Stories channel. It was so nice to meet them. If y'all are watching this, I just want to thank you for making our day. And this goes for the rest of y'all watching this video. If you ever see Offbeat Discoveries out on the trail, stop us, say hey, and we will sticker you up too. I have to give this Greenway system some kudos for the way that they've created spurs to connect to the neighborhoods. There are several, and they are quite lovely. This is the spur that leads to Trotter Road. As you can see, it's raised up to travel over wetlands and over the creek. I gotta say, they did a bang-up job on this spur. And if I lived in this neighborhood, I would be so happy. You know, the way that they've provided a way for neighborhoods to get out onto the Greenway and enjoy nature, I gotta hand it to the Long Creek Dixon Branch system. It's so beautiful, smooth, and convenient for people in neighborhoods. Oh, look who's coming. It's the old and the reckless. Woohoo! Yep, we saw him out on the trail. After we finished riding the longer portion of the trail, we switched around and went back to the shorter portion. As you can see here, that says that we're heading towards Reams Road. At the end of this trail, you're going to find a crazy cool switchback to ride. Check this out. When you're done, they even thank you for visiting. How cool is that? If you thought it was fun going up, wait till you go down. This was fun. Do you remember that lovely couple that was sitting on the bench where the T in the road was, where Dixon Branch ended and the Long Creek Greenway started? Well, that is Bob and Sherry. They are lucky enough to live right off one of the spurs on this greenway, so they ride this on the reg. It was so nice to meet them. If you're watching this, Bob and Sherry, hey! And oh yeah, you got it, I stickered them up too. That was a fun trail to ride. So, what kind of star rating are we going to give this one? Well, you've got to keep in mind that when I'm rating a trail, there's a couple of things that I look for. First, I'm rating the actual trail and the 3 Ps, like the facilities, a place to park with easy access to a trail, and it has plenty of parking spaces, and that the paved path is smooth and well maintained. Keeping that all in mind, and the fact that we're not rating an amusement park, a dog park, a park, or artwork, sculptures, or city lights, we're looking at the 3 Ps and the length of the trail, and how comfortable and convenient it is to simply cycle. So, how many stars are we going to give the Long Creek Dixon Branch Greenway system? 10 stars! Woohoo! So here's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We had the bright idea of going down where the construction was to see what was going on down by Oakdale Road. Well, look at here.
Honey, there's a car on this path. All right, I'm getting off the road. I'm going to come over here on this bridge. So they can at least get to me there.
I keep going because I think this is next.
When they say not an exit, I guess that means there's not an exit.